Yo, YouTube. Yo, YouTube. Welcome back to the most interesting, the most intriguing channel on these YouTube streets, Mr. Numbers TV, with your guy, Mr. Numbers, coming back at you with another interesting find. On today's episode, guys, we're going to go back in time. We're going to go back in history to the legendary, the iconic. I mean, look at those eyes. Yeah, you could tell he wasn't no joke in his prime either. You could tell he wasn't no joke. The eyes are the windows to the soul. You could tell he wasn't playing. That's why his protege was so vicious, right? That's why his protege was so vicious, because you could tell he wasn't playing easy. You know, if y'all know about, like, you know, I'm a novice to boxing, but if you know angles and you know like where the knuckle is supposed to land, you know that punch is official right there. You know that's an official punch right there. See, that chin is blocked, that chin is low. All right, so this is Constantine. There go Muhammad, there go another legend. This is the legendary Constantine Cus D'Amato, the trainer of the legendary Iron Mike Tyson. Brooklyn, New York, Catskill. Shout out to BK. I'm from Queens, but my parents lived in BK before Queens. Utica, Church Ave. Shout out to BK, right? So, yeah, this is Cus. Now, I didn't know. Okay, the creator of the peekaboo style. Now, I didn't know that Cus made the slip bag. I was just watching the documentary. They say Cus made the slip bag, right? Shout out to Cus, right? So that's why I gotta do this, right? I gotta pay Cus some respect, right? Now, when I was younger, I liked playing sports, but I hated watching sports on TV. I always fall asleep watching football. We're not going to talk about, like, cricket. Cricket too long. I actually went to a cricket match. My parents brought me to a cricket match when I was younger. I've been to a baseball match. I've been to a Mets game. It rained, so we just had to sit in the stands for a couple of you know what I'm saying? Like, I can't sit and watch sports. I can play sports, but I cannot watch sports on TV, and I cannot sit and watch sports. I'm gonna fall asleep. I'm just weird like that. I might be able to psychologically tell you where it comes from, but I don't want to insult one of my family members, right? And it's not their fault, but I'm just, you know, when you get older, you can look back at your life and you can analyze your life, right? So yeah, so what I loved about Tyson when I was younger, I knew Tyson was knocking people out in the first round, right? There were 56 seconds, 60 seconds. 8 seconds. I seen 8 seconds. He done knock people out. So what I loved about Tyson, because excuse me, I hated to watch sports on TV. I fall asleep. I knew I was getting a good show, and then I'm getting to go to bed. I knew I was getting a good knockout, 56 seconds, 30 seconds, and then I could go to sleep comfortably. And then I'm ready to play the next day, right? So I love Tyson. He's knocking you out real quick, and then I could go to bed, and then I could get up to go play in the morning. Because I can't watch no sports on TV. I'm falling asleep. So Cus D'Amato, legendary trainer Mike Tyson. Also cornerman Teddy Atlas and Kevin Rooney. Right? Now, Cus D'Amato, he died of pneumonia on November 4th, 1985 at the age 77 or 14 or 5, right? He passed at Mount Sinai Hospital That's Elmhurst, right? Well, there's different ones, but yeah, I had surgery at Elmhurst. Um, Shout out to Elmhurst for keeping me alive. So, impact on boxing. Mike Tyson. D'Amato was the trainer, legal guardian. He took on Mike Tyson as his son. He didn't have no children, so he became like the legal guardian of Tyson. Damn near Tyson. He got Tyson when Tyson was like 13. Damn near Tyson's father, right? So he raised Mike Tyson. And father figure to a young Iron Mike Tyson who was devastated by his passing just a year before coming the youngest heavyweight. So right before he became the youngest heavyweight, Cus D'Amato passed at 77, which is traumatic, right? Tyson also ironically lost his 4-year-old daughter. Look, this is all coming to me. See, this is why it's good to go back and do things, because I've been doing this for 7 years, ironically, and we going back to 8 years, because I'm back now, right? I'm back. Because I went off doing my little, my AI and my building my brand, building my systems, right? So I learned how to use AI, which is amazing too. I wrote 4 books. Within 5 months, just from learning AI. So this is crazy, right? So yeah, so now guys, my job is to find the 77 hidden in this entire story about Cus D'Amato's life. Like a riddle, right? Like a riddle, right? Because I'm a legend that they take out these famous people on certain days and certain times by the numbers like a riddle. Constantine, and it's always centered around, this is how you know Christ is real, because it's always centered around, there's always some type of connotation where you're gonna see Satan. Excuse me, I just woke up, we ain't eat yet, we gonna fast, we gonna go work out, I'm gonna go jog, and I'm gonna go hit that aqua bag in memory of Custer. After this, I'm gonna go hit that, I'm gonna go jog, and I'm gonna go hit that aqua bag. I hit it yesterday, but I'm gonna go hit it again, right? Shout out to Cuss, he made the slip bag. I gotta go make me a slip bag, or I gotta go get me a slip bag. I got a reflex bag, and I got an aqua bag, and I got a heavy bag. But yeah, I favor the aqua bag more and the reflex bag. And I got a little tennis ball. I got a little reflex. This is how I started. From watching YouTube, from watching Tyson and watching Tony Jeffries. Shout out to Olympic medalist Tony Jeffries. That's who I learned I ain't no professional boxer. I ain't never really even sparred with nobody in the ring. But I understand the techniques and how to move and all of that. And I'm still not professional, but I still practice. I still practice till this day. It's only been, I don't even think I've been practicing for 3 years now. Probably only been like 2 years or a year and a half I've been practicing boxing. Anyway, it's not about me. But what I want to say, his name is Constantine, right? And you know who Constantine is in religion, right? Right? Or y'all don't know. And they got a movie, Constantine, with Keanu Reeves. But in history, Constantine, Emperor Constantine, right? Okay. Go. I ain't gonna tell you. I want you to go do your research on Constantine, and then you can understand why I tell you the religion aspect of this and Satan and Christ, right? So Constantine Cus D'Amato was an American boxer, boxing manager, boxing promoter, and boxing trainer who handled the careers of Mike Tyson, Floyd Patterson, and Jose Torres, all of who went on to be inducted into the Boxing Dark Hall of Fame. Murder by numbers. Whoever's the greatest, whoever catches the most hats, whoever catches the most bodies in the industry goes down into the Dark Hall of Fame, into the illustrious, some of them who we know by name, but some of them who we don't, right? Some of the people who was unaliving people in the industry, we don't even know them, right? But there's a game of unaliving, being murdered by numbers. It's a song that came out in 1983 by the Police, by Sting and the Police, right? By Sting and the Police. Now, I got sidetracked. Okay, so Customato, he was born January 17, 1908, and he passed November 4th, 1985, right? Now, Teddy Atlas, or Theodore Atlas the World, right? Jr., born July 29th, 1956, is an American boxing trainer and fight commentator, right? Oh, he did a lot. Now I gotta jump around a little bit, right? Now, I asked, what did Teddy Atlas train Mike Tyson? Because this all has to make sense. I cannot just make up my own thing, guys. This all has to make sense. So first of all, I'm using the alphabet, which is a universal language. One of the first things we learn in kindergarten. I'm also using math, which is a universal language. That's what I meant to say, right? I'm using the alphabet, which is one of the first things we learn in kindergarten. You're playing with the little blocks with the alphabets on it. And I'm also using math, which is a universal language. It's education. Learning math in school, first thing you learn in school. So this is hard to deny. This is why my work is absolutely hard to deny. But this all has to make sense, and I cannot make up my own thing, and I only take what's provided in the story, right? First and foremost, I have to make that clear. Now, Gematria is the ancient Jewish practice of hiding numbers inside a word since 8th century BC, first seen with King Sargon II, the king of Assyria, right? So this has been used before Christ was born. This is how old this is. This is what I'm trying to tell you. They've been doing this. You have no idea about this. I just bumped into this. I'm going to say thank you for the Most High for showing me this, right? And I hope I'm not doing nothing negative by peeking into this, but I came across this by Zachary Hubbard, and then he said you could go get the calculator, and you don't have to believe him. You could try it for yourself. So I said, let me go download the calculator, the Gematria calculator, and I started playing with it. And I went on 7 years doing this straight, just to tell you. I didn't stop. I didn't say it was fake. No, I went on doing this for 7 years after that. And I ain't stopped. I stopped for 1 year, but now I'm back, right? So we going into my 8th year. So the reason this has to make sense, because Teddy Atlas, I wanted to know if Teddy Atlas had a part in training Mike Tyson, and also Kevin Rooney, right? So Kevin Rooney was the corner man. These were also boxers for themselves. They were boxers for themselves, and they became trainers also, but they all had a hand in making Mike Tyson as deadly as he was, right? So I asked, did Teddy Atlas train Mike Tyson? And it says yes. Teddy Atlas trained a young Mike Tyson in upstate New York under legendary manager Constantine, who was an emperor of Rome, trainer Custodia. All this is connected. This is so amazing. Like, bro, y'all have no idea how your lives are being controlled. Like, if you get into this, like, it's trippy, bro. Your life is controlled to the T from since you was a child. You don't even know. You think you live in your life how you wanted to. No, your life was made to, you decided maybe your career, but other than that, since you was a child, yes, certain people put things in your head, cartoons in your head, movies in your head, and you think you living and thinking the way you thinking for yourself. No, you was made to think how you think. I'm sorry. I'm speaking for myself too. I was made to think how I think. I was educated. But who educated me? Okay, so Atlas helped shape Tyson as an amateur and took him into his very first amateur smoker fights. but the professional partnership ended before Tyson became a world heavyweight champion. So he stopped messing with Tyson before Tyson became the heavyweight, but he played an early role with Cus D'Amato in training Tyson. I just got to make that clear because this is going to all tie in. Atlas had an altercation with a 6. He had an altercation with Tyson when Tyson was 6, after Tyson acted inappropriately toward a young female relative of Atlas. So Tyson had a little tiff with one of Atlas's relatives. At what age though, right? When he was 15, when he was 6. Just have to point that out. They love 3, 6, and 9, right? Okay, so guys, so we got enough, right? We got Kevin Rooney, who also was in the corner. Kevin Rooney is an American retired boxer and so they all had the same profession, right? Now, Kevin Rooney was born May 4th. When did Cus pass? On November 4th. Can't make it up. You just can't make it up, man. You cannot make the numbers up. Murder by numbers. By the police. Written by the police, who are a fraternity, the Fraternal Order of Police. 370,000 sworn in members all over the world, and 2,200 lodges all over the world. This helps with your memory. This is great for your memory. I'm gonna teach y'all, but I'm teaching you right now, so that if you don't learn nothing from me right now while we're on the fly, you silly. This is freestyle off the top of my head, right? But I've been doing so long, I can do it now. At first, I used to have to write all of this in my book. I'm going to show you my book. It'll make me look like I'm a serial unaliver. My book make me look like a serial unaliver with all the numbers and the letters. But I did everybody. I did everybody famous. Let's not get off track. But look at the correlation. Cus died on the 4th, and Rooney was born on the 4th. That's a coincidence? No, man. No. Okay, so my job here, guys, is to find the 77 of Cus D'Amato's passing from pneumonia. That's what they claim. I beg to differ. I'm not even saying he didn't pass from pneumonia, but I still think there's a reason why he went at the age that he went. And there might be more to the story, or a little more foul play. I don't know how they do it. I don't know till this day. I don't know how they make it happen and tie it in. And also, his unaliving will be tied into another person famous who died around the same time that he died. I do not know how they do it till this day, and I've been doing this for 7 years, guys. I'm not showing you all the complexities of this. I just found a way to make it the simplest form so you can understand and you can get the picture without me seeming too darn crazy, right? Without me seeming too crazy. Now, guys, from what I showed you thus far, if you believe me, and you believe me that at a certain time you sign a deal with the devil to be famous. That's what they say. They say you sign a deal with the devil to be famous and to be big in your profession. At a certain time, the devil needs a ROI. He needs a return on his investment, right? He needs a return on his investment. And he want blood. Satan wants blood. They used to sacrifice children to idols in ancient times, right? I'm showing his name is Constantine. Emperor Constantine from Rome. Rome sacrificed the Vatican. Christ is real, y'all. Christ is real. The Most High put its essence inside of a physical body and walked the earth. But he didn't want to do no super fly through the air, because then you would have to believe him. He wanted you to believe for your own self, right? Wanted you to believe. I mean, if you see somebody walking glowing, skin glowing, glowing like Bruce Leroy, you gotta believe this is not no regular person, right? But people still won't believe. Even today, if Christ came in front of you today, we are not gonna believe, bro. I'm just telling you, we don't know what we looking for, right? Anyway, let me not get off track. So my job, but I just want to show you that this is all biblical and this is all tied into. That's why I said it's real. You go watch any movie, they always. I'm not religious, but they always poking fun at Christ. They always poking fun at Christ. They always making jokes on Christ. So I just said, if the Satan, and all we see in television and movies and cartoons now is the devil. So if we see the devil setting up his kingdom in front of us, and we can obviously see that that side of the story is real, then the other side of the story must be real also, right? So if we can see that the devil is real, then Christ has to be real. I'm just using basic logic and common sense. I'm not religious, but I'm just telling you, I've come to a point where Christ is real, right? Skin of brass, woolly hair, copper skin tone. We don't want to go into that, but okay. Anyway, right? So my job here is to show you that this is an ancient practice from 8th century BC, before Christ. Thousands of years before Christ was born. They were hiding numbers inside of words. They were taking people out. I went back and did Caesar and everybody. Cleopatra, I did everybody. Jack the Ripper, I did everybody. Right? From history on down to present day. That's why I can go back and do cuss now. And I'm going to show it to you, right? Hold your horses. Hold on, guys. We gonna get to it. I just had to tie everything in. So I had to tie in Teddy Atlas, Theodore. I had to tie in Kevin Rooney. I'm even learning things that I didn't know. I didn't know that he got into an altercation with Tyson at 15 because Tyson might have allegedly made an inappropriate or just got into an argument with a female in Teddy Atlas's family, and that made them part ways, right? I didn't know that. Learning on the fly, right? So now let's go, because Cuss went into the Hall of Fame, the Dark Hall of Fame. So guys, I believe we have enough information about all of the histories of all of these men, right? Tyson, a young, troubled man from Catskill, Brooklyn, New York, who was probably going on the deep end, and was adopted by Constantine, Emperor of Rome, Customato, and took him under his wing and made him into a vicious boxing machine, which led him to become the heavyweight champion of the world, right? And then we have all of the people who helped, which is Kevin Rooney and Teddy Atlas, who also were boxers for themselves and trainers. We have Customato passing from pneumonia at 77 years old. He died at November 4th. Kevin Rooney was born on the 4th. Showing you a connection of numerology right there, right? It's numbers, it's the alphabet, and it's numerology. It's number. First thing you learn in school, the first thing they teach you in school, your ABCs, 1, 2, 3. Michael Jackson, his song is singing about this practice. That's what I'm alleging now. He wasn't singing about just some, right? Singing about Gematria, the practice of taking people out to get to the top of your profession. So now that we have enough of this entire story, now guys, this 77 or 14 or 5 can be anywhere in this story. It could be in his parents' name. It could be in the hospital he died, Mount Sinai. It could be in the date that he died. It could be November 4th. It could be when he was born, January 17th. It could be in his first name. It could be in his nickname. It could be in his name altogether with the nickname excluded. It could be just in the nickname. Where it could be in Kevin Rooney's name. It could be in Kevin Rooney's parents' name. It could be anywhere. I'm trying to tell you, you would never be looking for this. It's too complicated. And why in the world would you ever think that the age of somebody's death would be hidden inside of their story about their life like a riddle? Why would you ever be thinking that that would ever be going on in life? You never would. That's why I said you never would be thinking about this, ever. You wouldn't even realize that you could add up all the letters in your own name and it gives you a number. You don't even know that, even though you went to school and you people don't think about these simple things. You can add up any word. Coca-Cola, you can add up all the letters in Coca-Cola. It's going to give you a number, and more than likely that number is going to add up to who made Coca-Cola? Peterson, Robert Peterson. Forgive me if I'm wrong about that. Whoever invented Coca-Cola. Yeah, that number is going to match up to the name, one of the names, or the name of the person, the CEO of the company, or the, you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm alleging. So now, guys, if you believe me and you believe that they're allegedly taking out famous people on certain dates, certain times by the numbers, excuse me, where is the first place, or where do you think you would go to look? It could be in Floyd Patterson's name, Jose Torres. Where would you guys go looking for the age of that person hidden in the story about their life? Now, Customato, they say he passed at 77 from pneumonia. He was born January 17, 1908, and he passed on November 4th, right? Now, the reason that I wanted to ask AI, Gemini, did Teddy Atlas play a part in the training of Iron Mike Tyson? Because all of these people work together, Kevin Rooney and Teddy Atlas, they all work with Cuss. They all were boxers for their own selves, and they all were trainers for their own self, because I want to see if he is specifically connected to having a part in shaping Mike Tyson's career, right? Or was he just around? No, so he had a hand in doing so. He's tied to Cuss, he's tied to Kevin Rooney, he's tied to Iron Mike Tyson, right? Now, guys, where did my witty little mind tell me to go look? And ironically, the 7, because I've been doing this for 7 years, right? Where did my witty little mind tell me to go look for the letter, that G, that 7? Go look for that 77 of the death of the legendary Customato. Well, my mind told me to go look at one of his fellow trainers who had a hand in shaping the life of a young Iron Mike Tyson, who was Theodore A. I still don't know what his middle name is. Theodore A. Atlas Jr., who was born on the 4th, the same day as Customato, who passed on the 4th, right? And for some strange reason, when you add up all the letters in his nickname, because his real name is Theodore, but Teddy for a nickname, right? His parents probably call him Teddy. You get, and you put the alphabet in reverse for some strange, kooky, creepy, weird reason. You get the age 77 of his mentor, the legendary Constantine, which is also the name of the Emperor of Rome, who, if I'm not mistaken, started Christianity. You can't make this up, man. You can't make this up. This is mind-boggling. This is off of the fly, guys. I just decided to do custom model because I've been watching Mike Tyson documentaries right now. Right? I'm about to go hit the aqua bag right now after this. I gotta go hit the aqua bag. I gotta go for a little jog. I gotta go for a jog and I gotta go hit the aqua bag off of this. Please go show the Customato family, anybody related to the Rooney family, the Atlas family, go show them that for some strange reason that their mentor, the legendary Customato's age of passing from pneumonia for some strange reason is hidden inside of Teddy Atlas, who played a hand in shaping Mike Tyson into be the world heavyweight champion of the world. His age of death from pneumonia is hidden inside of the nickname of trainer and boxer Teddy Atlas. And you have to explain to me why it's there and why I was able to find it. Why I'm able to find it. I looked other places, guys. I looked other places. So this is where I found it. And it makes sense, right? It makes sense, right? Okay. So guys, this is Mr. Numbers TV. My respects. Because, you know, I'm a fake boxer right now, but I also respect boxers, and I realize how dangerous it is. I could see why Adrian Broner probably don't want to box no more. He said he done broke his hand damn near every fight. He got his drawer broken. I can understand why you might not want, you getting money off kick. You might not want to fight no more, right? Y'all might not understand it, right? But this is a very dangerous game. Look at who I just did, who 10 years later, after getting knocked up in the head, he passed away. Pritchard Colon, right? Yeah, this is deadly, man. I just do it for just a little protect myself and discipline, and I always wanted to learn a martial arts in my previous life. So boxing is like a martial arts. They do have boxing. They got Drunken Boxer, even Emmanuel Burton. Yeah, Drunken Boxer. Damn near the final boss before you go pro. Ask Mayweather about him, right? Real Drunken Boxer, yo. So yeah, guys, I just want to show you my work once again. An amazing fine number gang, intelligence gang, mathematics gang. This has to make sense. Thank you for all my subscribers. Thank you for watching, subbing, sharing. Go show these people's family. Go show the World Boxing Federation, MGM Grand, Mayor Rothschild, the person who made our money the reason you go to the bank in the first place. All of this is connected. All of this is connected. It's spooky, right? So this is Murder by Numbers, aka Gematria, the ancient Jewish practice of hiding words, hiding numbers inside of words since 8 centuries before Christ was born. And Christ is real. And all praise to the Most High, God in the flesh. Forgive me for my sins. Forgive me, right? And yeah, this is Mr. Numbers signing out until the next one. This is never ending. This is forever. And unfortunately, I was going into the music industry. I was about to sign up, right? And the Most High took me out of it, but still allowed me to make it to the 150 national charts. I'm on the charts. My song played every 2 hours on 12 licensed radio stations. It's documented. My song was on the radio with 50 Cent and Jeremiah and Chris Brown and everybody. So I still got them BDS spins and them Nelson spins. So the Most High was so gracious enough to still let me live out my dream. I performed for Hot 97, 105.1, met DJ Ty Boogie, executives at Def Jam. I still lived out my musical life. I ain't make it big, but bro, like, it's documented. I was on the radio with all the big artists, everybody. Mariah Carey. My song was playing every 2 hours on 12 license, and I was the brand ambassador of Power 108 Miami, right? I just want to separate what I'm doing now from my music life. That's why I ain't telling you what my music name was, and but it's documented. I got all my pictures on my Facebook, snapshots of my song on the radio with all the major artists, what time it played, how long it played. Yeah, it's all documented, man. So yeah, man, I was about to sign the Empire before King Von, Young Dolph, and Mo 3, and they all gone. Slim 400 gone. You know what I'm saying? The Most High took me out the industry, but still show me what it is, right? So if this all makes sense, guys, like, comment, share, subscribe. I ain't want to get too long-winded. I apologize, but I just had to show you that this is real. It's hard to deny. Shout out to Zachary Hubbard. That's who I learned from. Never Be the Same. But I just found my own twist on it, and I just go specifically for the age, and that rhymed. Peace out.